So would there be any other policies you would support in the future to diminish the number of civilians who are killed by police? Like, would you ever support a change to the reasonable standard for use of force?
I think we should always be prepared to look at what works, the best practices, see where others are going that have shown fruit. And that's why this civil review of the Sacramento Police Department, I think, will be very important. Because as I tried to do last year in promoting some legislation, the more we understand about what happened, the more we can understand about what we can, how things will happen. And I think we have to be able to make assessments based on what we know versus what we think or some anecdotal story. So best policing practices, using the most effective techniques that have shown fruit in other places.
Such as?
Washington, D.C. has moved forward with a lot of reforms. A number of cities, Chicago and others, are now having to go through the same process because of their issues. We are right now overseeing the reforms at the San Francisco Police Department because the U.S. Department of Justice abandoned the effort to help the San Francisco Police Department deal with its need for reform. And so we stepped in, and so now we're doing that independent oversight of the 272 reforms that the San Francisco Police Department agreed to do. And so it's those kinds of initiatives that I think help us move the ball forward. I think we have to respect the fact that it doesn't happen every day, but any one of these men or women in uniform, could lose their life. Having said that, in terms of the legislative ideas, the different measures that are being proposed, I've said this to a number of folks in and out of the legislature, in and out of law enforcement, in and out of the criminal justice reform movement. We have to ingest what we're doing so we know where to go, because on both ends, there is a need to have justice. That's why, in the Sacramento case of Stephon Clark, when I worked out an arrangement with the Sacramento authorities to go in and do an independent oversight of the criminal investigation, I also said, I also want you to give me the independent authority to conduct a civil review of your policing practices. And that's what I'm doing as well. And I will say on behalf of law enforcement, you got to give them a chance to implement what's passed.